One of the important things of the aesthetic changes for this one is, I mean, obviously, dorsal reduction, the hump that everyone talks about, but there's so much more to it. Her radix, this part right over here, if you only took the hump down, it would look very strange because her radix is very shallow. So we need to bring this in a little bit in order for this nose not only to look nice and straight, but then when it's straight, it doesn't look like it's connected and starting in the forehead right over here where the nose just continues straight down. And then we're of course going to elevate the tip, not too much, no piggy nose, but we're obviously going to support it. Her nose has no support whatsoever right now. We're going to add that support, which is going to give good longevity. It's going to give a nice aesthetic. We've got some really thick skin, so we're going to make sure things are really strong. Thick skin, I always give the analogy, it's a thick blanket, like a thick comforter. So the shapes underneath have to be extra strong, extra defined if you're going to see any definition through them. You got a tough one today.
One case.
Yeah. The outside of her nose was severely deviated, but the inside was even worse. The septum wasn't just deviated, it was so deviated that it was indenting into the side wall of her nose, and it went all the way back, like to the very, very back. So no wonder she couldn't breathe, and a lot of it was bony and cartilaginous, so it was tough. We actually just fixed that, and now we're fixing the aesthetic part. Now we're looking to figure out now how to best do that. This is the bend. It was actually sitting like this in there, and it was even more bent. We've unbent it, but this was only part of it. It was sitting in the bone, and the back part of the bone was like this, but then there's other pieces here of this. All of this was together, and it was coming out, completely obstructing everything, going all the way toward the back. Everything went really well. Obviously it was very difficult, but difficult doesn't mean impossible. We got a pretty bad septum. It was going all the way to the side. We fixed that. We fixed the external deviation. We added support to the base of the nose. It was challenging because she didn't have a lot of cartilage in her septum, and at one point I thought I might need to get a little bit of ear or to get some rib cartilage. But the good news is, sometimes you got to find creative ways. You never not do it if you need to, but if you can find creative ways to avoid them, which we did, and it's great. We did a spreader graft. I found a way to use the cartilage that we had. I even placed back some of the bone back into the nose to add even more support. So everything went really well.